I like Fran's eyes, among many other features of her body, but mostly the eyes. So now, if we walk slightly forward, never mind. May as well save before we do that as well. You cannot leave this area easily. I know, that's why I made a separate save point. Although it used to display a warning on the save that said you can't leave this area easily on the save slot. Should have still had that. There we go. There's something I want to check before we set out. Herp derp gambits. Listen carefully, you can arrange things. It's a gambit system. I know. Why can I not skip the gambit tutorial? It's so slow. Seriously, they could have made it slightly faster on the cursor movement option there. I'm not that stupid that you have to slowly move the cursor. Like this. Don't put all your faith in any one combination, except for the fact that I'm going to do that exact thing. At the point when you have like 10 gambits, it doesn't really matter. You can just set up pretty much every gambit you need. Except for maybe white mages, because they'll end up having a billion gambits. I don't think there's actually... Is there any... do we have lowest health? Lowest HP. And then you attack... Just everyone lowest HP is probably the easiest here. She doesn't need to, but whatever. Let's look at license boards. What do we want to make Balthier and Fran? Balthier naturally is a machinist. Do we want to keep him as a machinist, or do we want to make him something else, like a red mage or a time mage? What do we want to make Fran, for that matter? I typically end up making her a black mage. But we already have a black mage now, so... I need to sneeze. I thought I needed to sneeze. I still kind of do, but I haven't sneezed yet, so... Fran Archer only. Why? There's very little reason to keep her as just an archer. You want Balthier's red mage. I forgot what red mage gets. Arcane magic and everything. Of course, it's a red mage. Eventually I'm gonna sneeze, darn it. Eventually. Come on, I wanna sneeze. I keep forgetting you could do this too. If I wanted to, I could check the board before I actually commit to it. Because she's Viera, that's why. That's not much of a reason. And to be honest, bows aren't all that good. Probably... I was about to say Samurai, and then James the Ripper typed it, so... Ragnarok? On Red Mage. Interesting. We could make him a Red Mage. I don't see a problem with that. Someone will eventually... I want a time mage at some point. There's no good or bad one. They're all fairly well balanced, but you want to have a balanced party. So you'll want to have a white mage. You'll want to have a time mage, probably. Red mage is pretty good. You'll want a knight for someone to soak a bunch of damage. That's basically it. You'll want someone to soak damage, you want someone to heal, and you want someone to hasten people. So, with Fran, I was thinking samurai. Because katanas are pretty good, and so is sight unseeing. Hunter might not be terrible to have. Archer lets you poach things, but I don't like bows. And I don't like breaker. Period, quite frankly. She does get Masamune 1, which is technically 2, but whatever. She gets Blood Sword A as well. Ooh. She's got a ton of stuff that's cut off from everything else. I don't know how I feel about that. Brawler? That's a thing she's not going to be having. Yeah, I keep hitting the wrong freaking buttons constantly. Let's go Samurai. She's going to have an entirely wrong weapon for quite a while because we can't swap her weapon, but she'll be a Samurai. So we'll go with basic Gambit, or a basic license board stuff that won't require we get additional equipment, because we can't, so it's kind of irrelevant. Vaughn, again, won't have additional equipment, so we should look at trying to get, maybe getting Inquisitor. Or actually going this way would probably be perfect, because then we could get Inquisitor and more HP. Samurai are also pretty tanky classes. Not quite as much as Knight, but they're pretty tanky. What can you get? You can get magic. And maces, obviously. Lots of magic. Literally, like a billion different kinds of magic. I don't think red mages get haste. I think that's just the white or the time mages that actually get that. They do get a lot of other things though, obviously. So I guess we'll go ahead and head this way. You can't use any of this crap, but we may as well get working in this direction since he'll need all of these for spells and crap later. Excuse me while I go and learn basic coding. Basic coding's easy. It's basic, in fact. Don't learn to code in basic. Probably a terrible idea. So we won't change their equipment. So they'll still be using the same old equipment. With dead people there. Moving on. Is Red Mage the jack of all trade mage? Yes. Red mages are traditionally... They can... I should actually go back. Restores health, the blue ones, right? Or am I mistaking how save points work in this game again? Red mages traditionally have a variety of magic, and they also have decent physical. So... Yeah, they don't get level 3 spells. They get the majority of the rest of the spells, apart from very specific specialized spells. So they're quite handy, but they taper off a bit towards the end of the game. Towards the end of the game, when you're hitting really high levels, your more specialized people, like your black mage, will obviously be more damaging than your red mage will. That crit. That's why I hate guns. Guns are great because they ignore defense, but they're so slow. Oh god, camera, please. Camera, why? I think they're fighting the other thing. Did you guys kill it? Good job. Well done! And now that we have gambits, I don't even need to push buttons, so just fast forward the game and run around like a spaz. They should do rapiers in this game instead of maces. There are no rapiers, and the other variety of swords available that red mages would probably use are for other classes, so. A lot of the time, red mage is either mace or just a standard longsword kind of deal. Kind of a sword and board style mage. What was that sound? Her bow made like a really weird sound or something there? Running really fast. Are we fighting a bat? This is of course the problem with gambits, is I fight things I don't even know where they are. I should probably heal. I probably should have bought Cure Magic and then given Balthier the ability to use Cure. But he didn't, or I didn't, so we'll just use potions. That frog slapped the crap out of me. Not sure how I feel about that, quite frankly. Hello. Oh god, I've gotten myself in a bit of a tumble here. Did I get you any magic yet? No, not really. Probably should work on that. And everything here now has regen. Great. I'm rinsing through potions at an astronomical rate. These frogs are deadly, man. Look at this crap. This frog is beating the crap out of us. Stop. Please. Thank you. Jeez. Oh, there's a chest over there. We got an oaken pole, though, so that's good. I'm sure all of this quick movement is doing... I got spanked by a frog, yeah. I'm sure all this movement is doing lovely for the live stream. It's probably getting pixelied. Pixelied. That's a technical term. I'll have you know that's an exact term, is pixely. Pixelied? I don't even remember what it is anymore. I think ghosts can spawn here, but I don't remember what triggers them. I think you have to trigger the event and then you can do it. Buttons! How button? Balthier, can I get you something? Where's Cure at? Do you even learn Cure? You may not learn Cure. You learn Cura. It would appear that you do not learn Cure, though. Darn it. Does learn Protect, which is pretty handy. Fran is Samurai, so we can't Cure at all, so that's a thing. May as well get this for equipment for him. Let's go ahead and learn that too, because eventually we'll get those spells. Fran! There's nothing I can give you, except for a lightly woven shirt, apparently, which I'm going to give to What's-His-Face McGee. There's nothing I can give you, so... No, stop pushing the wrong button. And a cotton cap, because you're a caster eventually, and you can just stay with what you have, as can you. Righty-ho, I'm not gonna click equip, or optimize, by the way. Not yet, anyway. Start spamming optimize later.
Who would be next?
Close ranks, bring her down!
Jump down! Hurry!
She's not alone!
Our ranks grow by the hour.
And our troubles with them.
Slow the game down a bit. Does he seriously have the least health? I guess that's why he has Protect. Jesus. There is something else that's new in this version of the game, which we will learn about shortly. He countered. Well done. He's done. You're next. Ash is just hitting whatever she pleases. Ash in this fight is not a guest, so it doesn't apply yet, but after this fight, you will see very rapidly what the difference has become. Samurai. Samurai are basically the second tank class. Her and Vaughn will basically
You
be
all right?
trading who has the most HP.
Thank you.
I'm Vaughn.
Hello.
And this is Balthier, and hey! What's your name?
Amalia.
Amalia, huh? Nice to meet you.
There were others with me. I'm sorry. No.
Maybe.
Oh, now isn't that impressive?
Don't get any ideas. I said it's mine.
I'm afraid the jury's still out on that one.
You stole that?
Yeah.
Have you finished? When the guards don't report in, they'll come looking for us.
If they aren't already.
You should come with us. Better than being by yourself.
Very well.
What's wrong with her?
You have a lot to learn before we even get started on your thievery.
What's that mean?
Says the thief. For whatever reason, if we look at licenses, for whatever reason, Samurai, despite traditionally being fairly heavily armored, you'll notice something here. Look at what their armor is. The vast majority of their armor is mystic armor, which is a little bit weird, but that's what it is. If it was light armor, it would make slightly more sense. Light armor gives a huge bonus to HP, but I don't really quite understand why she gets mystic armor, because the vast majority of her damage is going to be physical, not magic. Although she does get certain magic, so there is that going for it. But I don't really understand why they get mystic armor. Ow. Hold on a second. Ah, there we go. Just break everything, don't mind me. They do get Genji armor. The Knights, however, get heavy armor, and they get that rapidly. You might have noticed the first armor slot was heavy armor.
The situation requires I accept such help as I find, though it be from thieves.
So Knights have much more
I
defense
shall accompany
than
you until we
Samurais.
find my companions. No longer.
Let's think of her as a guest then.
They have about the same
Unlike
health,
Fran
just
or
different
myself,
defense.
Our guest probably won't be taking orders from anyone anytime soon, and she'll leave when she pleases. So we keep to our affairs and she to hers.
That cutscene is technically
I
wrong,
doubt we'll
by the
find
way.
her wanting in valor, being such an upstanding member of the insurgents.
Resistance.
So in that cutscene, it's you know, it's traditional guests. They do what they please and whatever, and
Well?
leave when they want.
What are we waiting for?
That's been changed slightly. They still leave when they want, but as opposed to before, we have direct control over your guests. You also have direct control over your espers, and you can at any point use their super move special thing, which is really good because some of them were freaking impossible to chain up and get them to use properly. Like, you had to be in stone status for one of them, I remember, which it's really hard to summon things when you're encased in stone, just so you know. So you have direct control over them. You also have direct control over their gambits. So you can change their gambits and make them do things and stuff. Cannot change their equipment, though. Makes a like a door knocky sound for whatever reason. So you have much more control over them, which is nice. It also allows you to slightly abuse some of them in their infinite high potion inventory. Cough, cough, cough. Which is pretty handy. And yes, he still has infinite high potion inventory, despite the fact you can change his gambits. A little bit weird. Hello. Hello. His name is Bob Marley. He's a flan. Apparently we're hitting this one, so off we go. 19 damage. If we had mage or magic, magickery, that'd be great. Can he learn? Is it just level 2 spells that he ends up learning effectively? I can't remember exactly. Just like a hodgepodge of spells. He doesn't learn level 1 black mage spells either, which is a little bit irritating. Otherwise, I just have him spam fire because these guys are irritating. But it's alright because Ash has Cure. So I'm actually just going to speed this fight up, it shouldn't matter. They do cause blind though, which is annoying. This is the world's hardest boss fight. The whole fight, I've not pushed a single button. Almost everyone is blind, but we won! So bollocks to you, game. Look at his googly eyes. That seems like a painful way to die. Although I don't understand why he slides over there on a flat surface, but hey. I'm not a flan, I don't know how flan works. Hooray! Victory music for the world's easiest fight. That looks like a peeling knife he has in his hand, just really big. After Yasmat. There is nothing after Yasmat. Why did you randomly type that? Or do you mean this is the hardest fight in the game after Yasmat? I'm probably still not doing Yasmat. I will, in the original series I said I would do like all the espers and stuff. I will go back to that, and I will try my best to remember to do all the espers. So, I will correct that mistake. We should probably get rid of blindness. I don't remember if there's a save point on this side or not, or if I have to go back to the other one. Auto attack for the win. There's some flan over here, I remember that much. Flan? Flan. No, frog. I thought there was some flan over here. It's alright, we don't need to be able to see to kill our prey. Except for that bit where we do. Ding. They just keep chain hitting us while we miss them constantly. Effective fighting force get. I just don't want to use eye drops. That's why I haven't healed it yet. So we're just gonna suck it up and be blind for the rest of the time. Is there a treasure chest? There is. No, treasure. 67 gil. What, couldn't be 2 more gil? God. So lame. I was hoping eventually the blindness might wear off, but apparently the game doesn't function like that. As I hit my door again. I apparently hate doors. There's a chest over here. Nope. There's a chest down there, though. How do I get that? I desire that chest. I could have gotten it at the very start of this dungeon if I just walked backwards instead of forward. Well, that's disappointing. I wonder what's in that chest. Probably, you know, Excalibur? Probably not. That'd be ridiculous if it was. There's also Excalibur, which is the world's best weapon with an attack rating of 1 on a 2-handed sword. Am I gonna do the demon wall again? Probably, yeah. I'll probably do that again. I'll be grinding up some additional levels to do it, so it'll be a bit overpowered for the rest of the dungeon, but I will attempt it. You will not be able to easily escape here. All that's left is a boss fight game. It's not that hard, especially when we have a level 7 Ash that spams Cure all the time. Boss fight, go! I think in the base game you can actually have someone with a quickening by this point. It's a bit silly too, but I mean in the base game you would use quickenings to boost your MP, so getting those ASAP is important. In this version, getting them in the correct order is important. Because if you might have noticed a lot of things are actually blocked off by either a summon or a quickening. And getting them on someone else's license board removes it from your license board, so you effectively block yourself off from stuff. I like how I'm pulling this thing like I'm tanking in 14. Quick, turn it around so the melee DPS can get a bunch of damage in. Or something. I'm being murdered. This dude does a lot of damage. Look at that first aid use. Yeah, wow, great, good job. Glad we have first aid on you. Probably just turn first aid off, quite frankly. I'm gonna potion myself. I almost died there, actually. Balthier, you're not doing anything useful. Give us some antidotes, please. And Vaughn, because he appears to be tanking with his face at the moment. Now she's gonna die. Balthier, you're supposed to be feeding or antidoting people. Please don't die, Amalia. Good. It looks like Vaughn is actually pulling aggro as well, because every time he hits it, it turns towards him. Appears to have turned towards the healer now. Uh-oh, we have healer aggro. Nope, back on the tank. Back on the healer. Ash, you're not very good at not pulling aggro off the tank, you nub. Or we just have a noob tank. Or noob level 5 tank over here. It doesn't kill anyone. Only one person with poison. That's interesting. Although he is dying. The potions, hooray. I wish potions were more useful in 14. Because they're really not. That was close. Healer needs to learn to control aggro kicker. Our tank is just bad. He lost it to the DPS, man. That's terrible. 964 health left. He's weak to water, or aqua, as it's called in this for whatever reason. Which we don't have, but would be nice if we did. Don't stand in the fire. Come on! Kill him before he does bushwhack or whatever crap it is. Stop using first aid, you dangle. Actually, just turn that off, or just remove it entirely. There. Actually, that's the wrong one. This is the one I meant to put. Herp derp. Lowest HP, attack. Turn it on. There you go. The tank's in blue. There you go. I hate first aid so much. Just a massive waste of time. We win, despite the tank's noobishness.
Stand where you are.
Now's not the time.
They think me some common thief.
Better than a common assassin.
These people have done nothing. Release them.
What are you doing?
Don't interrupt me. I'm thinking. Wait!
Where'd
He
you
didn't
think
know
you
what he
were
was
going?
doing! You have to let him go! You have to!
Pinello! Sorry. That dinner will have to wait.
I told you.
That's enough!
Leave him alone!
Hold on to this for me, would you? Just until I bring Vaughn back.
On your feet, you over here.
All right. Edgy, aren't we?
It's Balthier, my brother. What does that philanderer think he's doing? I was to kill Balthier, not those addle-pated Imperials.
I brought you some of those flowers you like. Galbana lilies. Remember? You always said how they smelled nice, and how pretty they were. Remember? The king. Did you? Were you really a part of it? Even if you were, Captain Bosch must have tricked you into it.
You're awake.
Where are we?
Prison, where else? More a dungeon, but it's really all the same. Relax, it's just a corpse. Jump at every little thing down here and you'll wear yourself out. It's not even a proper dungeon. They just sealed off the bottom level of the fortress. Take a look around. We're not the first they've thrown down here.
Where's Fran?
She's off trying to find us a way out. Remember what curiosity killed? Just a friendly word of advice. This is all the water we've got. I'd save your strength if I were you.
Hooray, dungeons! It's gonna be a long time before we next get to a freaking store. There's a bunch of chests down here. I think they all have knots of rust, if I can learn how to speak English again. I think there may even be a 100% chance of Knots of Rust, but I don't remember. And there's a correlation between Knots of Rust and dark matter, but I don't remember the situation there. Some sort of magical formula thing. Use more Rots of Nust, you do more damage with dark matter or something like that, I don't remember. I won't be doing that anyway, so I'm not even sure why I'm picking up these stupid treasure chests. It's like hardwired into my brain, I must pick up treasure chests when I see them. This is a save point though. That's convenient, because if I recall, there's a fight out here. May as well keep overriding that. What's the timer at? 2.5 hours. That means we have 30 more minutes, give or take, depending on where the save points are. 30 more minutes of live stream, which puts me at 440? I can't do math at all. 420. Herp derp. A little bit of time to screw around, and then I need to cook dinner. Hooray, dinner. Everyone's favorite meal.
No, don't! He was defenseless.
You are disappointed.
This is where monk training would come in handy. They all have like little crisply bits on their head.
Something stinks in here, all right. I've changed my mind. This is no dungeon, it's a sty.
Hello.
I said you're the one that stinks, Hamshanks. Hear me now? You all right, Vaughn?
Except for the fact that I'm bleeding out of my face. I'm alright. That makes it sound a lot worse than my face is bleeding if you say I'm bleeding out of my face. Hello, Zev. This isn't a hard fight. These guys have very little actual health, so... That one guy has Protect, but just don't hit him first. That solves the problem with him having Protect. Gotta lower the amount of damage coming in and then work on the guy with a lot of health. They swing really slow too, which is weird. So they just beat a dude to death with sticks. They swing really slow. You guys are late to the fight. We've already killed them. In fact, we killed them so hard their bodies evaporated.
That's a fresh one, that.
Not faces I'd seen before.
Ready?
great. They just don't give up, do they? Now is looking like a good time for us to leave.
Through the oubliette, there's a way out. Only
You sense the mist. Then we need weapons.
What did you call me? Say that again.
What? You couldn't hear? I merely said that a lot of you are incompetent fools. If you've the Sky Pirate in your hands, where is he?
You'd have done better, Bagamnon. By your own words, it was the Imperial Army who caught this Sky Pirate of yours. We've done your job for you. We don't require the assistance of filthy headhunters. The Empire will restore order here.
Eh? What's that you say now? Maybe I'll wet my blade on you before I kill Balthier.
That's enough, Bagamnon.
a judge.
Judge?
The self-proclaimed guardians of law and order in Arcadia. They're the elite guard of House Solidor, which effectively makes them the commanders of the Imperial Army. If you ask me, they're more executioners than judges. Not a friendly lot, at any rate. What are they doing here?
The Emperor is willing to overlook grace for his more talented servants. However, those that do not show respect will receive none in kind.
Your Honor.
You travel freely through our lands because the Emperor wills it. Am I correct? Where is the captain?
We have him in solitary, Your Honor. We're ready to begin our interrogation.
This does not concern you, bounty hunter.
He's in here somewhere. Find him.
Wedgie, that way.
What's going this way?
What's that?
Time for the hare to follow the fox.
The magics binding the door to the oubliette are quite strong. Too strong even for my talents.
That's why we'll get them to open it for us.
How is going deeper into this
What's
place?
wrong? You don't trust her? Fiera's noses are sharp. If she says there's a way out, there's a way out.
Is there a judge's sword in the game? Not as far as I'm aware. There's swords that are better than a judge's sword.
Look,
Also,
The prison repository of rested relics and raiments.
So, our things are in here?
That's what I said.
I like both here. Don't open any of these chests either if you want the Zodiac spear. One of the ones in this room is linked to the Zodiac spear. I don't know which one it is. I don't think anyone knows which one it is, but if you're trying to get the spear, there's nothing in these chests that's worth the trouble. I'm gonna open them, as I keep saying, because I don't care. So, another retro. Interesting. Give that to her actually, because I think she has not done the license for that apparently. I want to give it to her. I guess it doesn't really matter who I give it to. It's not much of a boost. And we can do some licensing now on stuff like max HP, because there's nothing really else I can do. HP up there. What's down this way? Lots of HP upgrades. Well, let's get this one. There you go. More HP for you. I don't really care what you get, because you still can't use anything. Gain MP after taking damage for all of the 0 spells that you can use. Increase magic potency. There's a reduced action time there. That could be pretty handy. We won't be able to afford it, but it's pretty handy nonetheless to eventually get that. So Vaughn has almost passed Fran in health now, despite wearing, well, he's actually not wearing heavy armor yet, so. And we're actually going to end the stream slightly short because I think the next save point is quite a way away. I think it's actually in the second half of the dungeons, which ends, actually it's the mines at that point, I think, technically. Technically I think it's the mines at that point, but either way we're going to end this slightly sooner than I thought we were going to, about 20 minutes sooner. So, you know, thanks for watching and stuff, and I'll see you next time.